For a lot of people, what separates them from where they are right now to trading success is capital. And I know a lot of you guys want to get funded in trading. You want to be able to get that capital to trade with and get some returns from it instead of using your own capital to trade. And that's totally fine. A few weeks back, Toma, a professional trader I work with, organized this masterclass in which he goes through a lot of tips and tricks to be able to help you master professional trading and getting funded. I thought it would be good to cut this and simplify this for you over here. And in this segment, Michael talks about the 3 hidden tricks to getting funded and keeping the capital from your investors or the prop firm you work with. So it's going to be really valuable, and let's dive right in.
So what's the 3 hidden tricks? Like, tell me, Mike. Everybody asks me, how do you do this? Okay. I mean, I enjoy this. I live for it every day. The first thing is know that you can do this, right? When we introduced everyone early in the session, from all over the world, you may have different levels, skill sets of trading. Maybe you have no experience. I know someone introduced themselves. You can do this. There is a need for this type of service. Money needs to find a home. And, and like Desire to Trade, the management team there, like I'm just an average guy, just providing value. Okay. Number 2, the hidden trick to not only trading capital, but attracting capital, perfecting your resume. It's like walking into a job interview, right? What makes you special? Number 3, develop the mindset of a money manager, okay? We're so trained to focus on setups, strategy, but I want you to take a step back and start thinking about, wait a second, I have a different role now. I'm a money manager. And part of the challenge is we see these money managers like in suits on Wall Street, but that's not the case anymore. Okay. I want you to start thinking about that and changing your mindset. Remember, you're running a business and you're a specialist. So again, ask yourself this question. It's like a job interview. What makes you unique and special? Sure, it's about track record. People want us, to have a profitable trading account, but it's really what makes you unique and special. And I'll give you an example of that shortly. Of some of the things that I look at. And when I see that, I say, this is going to be a great trader. And I haven't even got to what the track record is yet. Okay, so remember that ambitious goal we had earlier, right? We're going to, from trading our account to trade prop firm capital to managing, the larger accounts, okay? Trading outside capital. Well, what I want you to think about here, again, this is an ambitious goal. Of course, I have an X over the trade your own account. But please continue to do that. But really, aren't you limiting yourself? Right? Trade other people's capital. They're firms like prop firm capital. They want you to join them. Okay? They need that. It's part of their risk management plan to have different traders all trade in different markets because it diversifies their risk and it reduces the risk of loss and the risk of ruin. So they're constantly looking for good traders. And once you get experience in a prop firm capital environment, trust me, the money is going to come like you've never seen before. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so to put things in perspective, all right, think about your own trading account and how you trade that. Okay, and I have my own trading account as well. But let's look at, say, a $1.2 million account in a prop firm, okay? And you can produce 5% a month at 70% share, which is actually right along the lines of that mid-range for a prop firm. You get to keep 70%, $42,000 a month. Okay, so you can compare that performance, all right, and your compensation to what you're making now. Okay, and if 5% is a little too high, let's use 2%. Okay, so you're looking at around just shy of 17,000, right? 16,800. Again, something you want to consider. And 1.2 million is not very unheard of. I mean, you can work your way up, and we'll show you how in a little bit, how you can scale up to 1.2 million in a lot of these prop firms. Once you get into managing private capital, I mean, 1.2 million is not really that much to sneeze about. Okay, so let's look at the key tenets for managing capital. Remember, I talked about, the trading element of it. What's the other parts? Communication. Very, very important. This is the number one, the most important thing in my world that I need to bring to the table. It's the monthly reviews I do with the investor group. Okay. The reporting. Okay. Show them the results. Next, risk management. Okay. The top 3 steps in the risk management process: identify, assess, and control. You have to be able to provide quality risk management services. Even if you're trading, if there's no risk management, you're done. I don't care how good your track record is, you're done. It's not going to last. Or you'll be the first person I see if it does. Compliance, when you're managing other people's capital, okay, there is a heavy regulatory and compliance element to it. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple examples where the compliance you don't need to worry about as much. So we'll put that aside for now. But I will tell you, it does get a little bogged down. And quite honestly, in crazy market days, when you have to do certain regulatory things, it does take your focus away. But we have a solution for that. And last is transparency. I always make sure I'm there to address an inquiry from my investors. Okay. Doesn't have to be on the minute, but I'm always there. And what transparency also is saying is advising them and communicating to them of their portfolio and the expected drawdowns. So when the drawdowns happen, I shouldn't be getting a call. Right. And all too often, and you'll notice, when you get involved in this space, that you can communicate a maximum drawdown of 10%. And I know some of my desire to trade managers are probably laughing at this, but a drawdown of 10%. But as soon as that drawdown hits like 5 or 6%, all of a sudden, the emails start coming, like what's going on questions. If you're upfront and transparent, you should never, ever, ever get those calls. Okay. How about one more key takeaway? You ready? Snapshots ready? Let's go. The secret to managing capital, prop firm, or any other capital is, want to take a shot? A solid equity curve. Does everyone know what an equity curve is? If you want to type it in the chat, you could just put yes or no. I'll tell everyone what it is. But so basically what an equity curve is it when you have your software, when you have your trading history and you do an operational report, your trading software will report a chart, a graph of your profits or losses, right? It's just like a regular, looks like a regular stock chart. And what that equity curve, the optimal equity curve, is that nice, slow, and steady move upwards, right? It's account growth, right? Biggest fallacy is that the more you make, the better. It's not true at all. A solid equity curve, nice and smooth and consistent. All right, I saw the word somebody's put in the consistent before. Nice and consistent is the secret to attracting and managing capital. That's all it is. That is, remember we talked about the resume? That's the resume, a solid equity curve. This equity curve, not happening. All right. This particular equity curve has an end result of what? Plus 60,000. Sounds pretty good. You would not get any capital within any interview in a prop firm or an investor, unless they don't know what they're doing. You wouldn't get past 5 minutes into that. Okay. Smooth and steady wins the race. Okay. So one more type in the chat. What is stopping you from scaling up your capital? Okay. For those traders out there, okay, who are currently trading and you want to scale up, what's some of the things that you thought about that's limiting you from doing that?
Like I said earlier, this segment here is part of a bigger masterclass that Michael Toma has been doing a few weeks back. I really recommend you watch the whole thing if you want to get more tips. And we took this few minute segment out of a much bigger training that you could watch. And I'll leave the link below for you to check it out down below in the description. It's also going to be linked here in the corner if you want to watch it also. And you'll be able to get all these advice, all these tips from Michael. And I really suggest you do that to be able to get the best out of everything he has to teach you. And with that being said, I'll catch you back here in the next video pretty soon. Ciao.